Hey guys, Anime Gypsy here with another chapter of Shokugeki no Soma Food Wars. This is chapter 265. And boy, do we have a doozy. Because the previous chapter, I mentioned that it was lacking one essential thing. It got the world building, it got the character progression, the last chapter did. But the one thing it was missing was the tension. Where was the tension? It was nowhere to be found. And I said that, I wondered where the tension is going to be for this upcoming arc, the Hot Springs arc. And we got an answer. The tension is to kill for. Oh my good lord. Tension is killer. It's case closed, got nothing on you. There are four things. This chapter could be summed up in 4 bits that, it's a very simple chapter in my perspective. It goes well with the story progression. It's not like a killer data dump. It's just like it flows, and that's what's good with this chapter. It's the beginning of a new arc. You don't need a data dump in the first chapter, so that's why that's here. Now, the first thing is the closest thing to a data dump you get, but most of the stuff we already knew, which is the the Erna administration's abilities and the Totsuke Academy structure of governance that includes the Elite 10. And the only real thing we find out is that the Totsuke administration is capable of sending Elite 10 members on missions. Now, when I heard mission in my reading of manga stream, I was like, Director Erna? Sending officers abroad? Like, what? Straight out of Shield? Is that what's going on? That was what's going off in my head. I thought Aaron was pulling a Nick Fury, honestly, like straight out of Marvel. and then we get the elaboration that's more of a business trip, and we also get to see that this happened before. This was what happened with the Elite 10 and the Regimental de Cuisine. This was what happened when the Elite 10 defeated the rebels in the beginning, before they came up with the Regimental de Cuisine rules and so on and so forth. So it's really not new. It's not. But at the same time, oh my god, oh my lord, oh my. Just seeing Soma being ordered around is so weird, because Soma is so much like his father. He's a stray cat. He's a free spirit. He does whatever he wants. He's wild. You can't control wild, can you? So it's kind of funny seeing him in a mission. Now, the second thing I want to talk about. In the mission we get is to investigate the closing of a hot spring hotel. And this is the thing. I was getting case closed vibes. I almost thought Detective Conan was going to pop up in the middle of the manga. Just walk out and talk to Soma. I thought Conan was going to be there. Oh my god. I felt like I was a kid again watching Case Closed. I really need to get caught up with that series, because it's actually what got me into anime as a kid. But that's a story for another day. Oh my god. Arabic dubbed anime, only 2 good ones. Yu-Gi-Oh! and Detective Conan. That was it. The rest sucked. That aside. Getting just off topic today. That aside. You have to remember this is a cooking manga, because you could easily just lose track. And this chapter did that rather well. It automatically gave you the murder mystery vibes. And that was amazing. That was a massive hook. That's what we need from Yuto right now. And the news designs are also pretty good. Now, the third thing I wanted to talk about was what Yuto is doing. Yuto is going the Kishimoto route when it comes to Megumi and Soma. What I'm trying to say here, remember the beginning of Naruto, when we still had a lot of story to cover. A lot. There were little hints, little sprinkles that, hey, Naruto is gonna do the deed with Sakura. They're gonna end up together. Eventually they'll do the dirty and have a kid. That's the vibe everyone was getting. That was the vibe. I remember those days. And I can't help but wonder, is this what's going on? Is this what's going on? Because we still have a lot of story to cover. Soma, yes, he's number one seat, but he even admitted that he hasn't beaten any one of his senpais before on a one-on-one. That includes Azami, that includes Ishiki, that includes Koga, that includes Megashima, that includes Rindo, that includes Tsukasa. And he's still a ways away because it could be easily argued that Juichiro is stronger than pretty much almost everyone. And Soma isn't there yet. Soma isn't in the realm where he could face adults. And when I'm talking about adults, I'm talking about Jin, I'm talking about former first seats, talking about alums. I don't think he's at that level yet. I honestly don't. I think there's a lot of story to go. And because there's a lot of story, the love thing isn't going to be concluded now. It isn't. And this is just a Kishimoto trap laid by Yuto. Take note. And then finally, the murder. I'm just going to go ahead and say, I'm guessing what was on that knife was jam, and what happened was that guy lost a Shokugeki. Because you have to remember, this is a cooking manga. And I don't see someone kicking the bucket in Shokugeki no Soma. I don't. Unless they taste something so delicious it kills them, I don't see someone kicking the bucket in Shokugeki no Soma. When I saw that, I lost my mind. A murder in Shokugeki no Soma? What? The series everyone needs to remember is a cooking manga every few chapters? I mean, screw the whole, erotic stuff, Shokugeki no Soma. This is serious material. Oh my god. As you could see, I'm happy. But I still think this isn't a real murder, and I still think this is jam on the knife, and some guy made some killer peanut butter and jam and defeated someone in a Shokugeki with peanut butter and jam. That's the closest thing I could come up with in my noggin right now, because I cannot be convinced until I see a gravestone. I cannot be convinced that someone was murdered in Shokugeki no Soma, and nothing. I'm talking to you, Anthony Johnson. I'm talking to you, Mr. Woods. I'm talking to all my fans. There is nothing that will convince me that someone kicks the bucket in Shokugeki no Soma unless I see the freaking gravestone. That's as plainly as I'll put it. Now, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And until next time, guys, this is Anime Gypsy, and I'm out. See you guys later. Bye.